What's up, guys? You're listening to another episode of Selling on Amazon with Andy Isom. Let's cut to the chase. I'm switching to Helium10. Whoa. What? I feel like that show on ESPN back in 2010 when LeBron James was making his big announcement that he was leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers and taking his talents to South Beach to play for the Miami Heat. I think they called it The Decision. This is my big decision announcement. Guys, I am switching my number one go-to tool for selling on Amazon from Jungle Scout to Helium10. But don't worry, I'm going to spend this episode kind of explaining the why behind this move that I'm making. Why would I switch from Jungle Scout to Helium10? Well, first of all, guys, no love lost for Jungle Scout. I've been using them for years. In fact, going all the way back to 2015. If you guys have listened to 300 episodes, you heard me talk tons about Jungle Scout. I've done tons of tutorial videos. I've given away accounts. I've done hundreds of affiliate sales for Jungle Scout over the years. They're a great tool. I've used them to find profitable products, analyze competitors, find suppliers, stay on top of trends. But the one big thing that I've noticed over the past year or so is that as the Amazon marketplace evolves, as this business model evolves, so do the tools. And over time, I noticed that Helium10 was offering a wider range of features that fit better with the current challenges of selling on Amazon. I was a loyal Jungle Scout user, and here's the thing, guys. I don't want to try to make this big dramatic event. That intro was more for a entertainment dramatic effect. But here's the thing. When I launched my agency last year in October of 2023, a lot of my team members were using Helium10. So a lot of the account managers on our team, my agency partner always, and a lot of them had used Jungle Scout or had access to Jungle Scout, but they preferred Helium10. And so I gave them the option. I said, you guys are welcome to use whatever you want. If you guys are comfortable with Helium10, go ahead and use that. I just want to get the results right for our clients. And so over time, over about the past year, I've gotten more accustomed to seeing the results, the reports, the numbers, the charts from Helium10 through my agency, saying, okay, if my team is going to be using Helium10, I need to, maybe kind of get familiar with it. So a couple months ago, I started using it for myself. And that is when I quickly realized why there is so much hype around Helium10. This is something that I've noticed for years, 5 years being in this content creation space of Amazon FBA. Most content creators out there talk about Helium10. That's the bottom line. If you go and watch YouTube videos or listen to content, social media, I would be willing to bet a majority of the content created out there is on how to sell on Amazon, and they're using Helium10 as the tool. And I've noticed this as a creator. But again, early on, I feel like the tools were pretty evenly matched. But I have to admit, I think Helium10 has done a better job of innovating over the past 2 or 3 years. In adding, new tools, new features, expanded features. We're going to go over just a few of them today in the episode. But again, as I started trialing, using, learning, I've done calls with, different team members at Helium10, Michelle, Bradley, who you see in a lot of videos. We're going to try to get him on the podcast. And, I kind of just had that realization of this is a superior tool. Now, here's the thing. Let's just address this right off the bat. It is a more expensive tool. Okay, that's the bottom line. If we look at the pricing plans here, let me just do a little screen share here really quickly for those of you that are watching on YouTube. If we look at the pricing plans, and I changed it to monthly billing, so we're looking, apples to apples here. Their core plan for Helium10 is called their Platinum plan, which currently is listed at $99 a month. This could change depending on when you're listening to this episode. And if we look at Jungle Scout, their growth, they used to call it Jungle Scout Suite. Now they call it Growth Accelerator, is $79 a month. And that, I would say that is the most comparable plan. Okay. So you're comparing the $99 plan to Jungle Scout $79 plan. And here's the thing, guys, for the longest time, that was kind of one of the main reasons why I was sticking with Jungle Scout on behalf of my students, because it was a more affordable tool. And I've said that. I've said that in the podcast. I've said that to my students. I keep using Jungle Scout. I like Jungle Scout. Don't get me wrong. I like the tools that they offer. But for my students, thinking about, their costs, I'm like, hey, this is $20 cheaper a month. It's more affordable and, it gets the job done. So yeah, it's a great option. But again, I want to go back to kind of the core reason why I'm switching. Guys, Amazon 2024, 2025, let's say too, is very different than Amazon 2019, 2020. Times are changing. It's getting more difficult. You have to be better. You need to be better with your research. You need to be better with your operations, better with your tracking. Really, you got to be better in every essence of the word of running and operating your business. And so it makes logical sense to have the better tool. If you need to be better, you need to have the better tools. And honestly, guys, just objectively comparing tool to tool, Helium10 offers more better tools. Now, I'm not going to use this episode to do a full in-depth tutorial about all the different tools here included, but looking right here just at their tools, they've got their black box, which is a whole Amazon product research tool in and of itself with tools within the tool. But you've got Cerebro, which is a very dedicated reverse ASIN lookup tool that you can compare competitors. You can look at historical data. Jungle Scout has a similar type of feature where you can enter in an ASIN and do a reverse ASIN lookup for keywords, but the Cerebro tool is, in my opinion, far more powerful. They have a magnet keyword research tool, which would be kind of similar to Keyword Scout, but they just have more filters. They have more data points. They just give you a lot more information, honestly, than the Jungle Scout tool does. And they've got a lot of other features. They've got Refund Genie, which is kind of like the reimbursement recovery tools. We've talked about a few companies that do that. This one doesn't actually recover it, but it will give you all the information for money that you are owed. So if you want to go process it yourself, they give you all the information. They have their own built-in dashboard with profit and loss tracker. They have a competitor intelligence market tracker tool, keyword product ranking, AI listing builder tools. There's a lot of tools, that kind of cross over from Jungle Scout to Helium10. But in kind of comparing and playing with some of the different tools on Helium10, I've just noticed that they kind of have just taken everything one step further. So like the different aspects of doing research, right? You see it, how many sales are other people getting for this specific product, right? Like a product research type of tool or a Cerebro tool. They take it one step further in Helium10 than what they're doing over at Jungle Scout right now. Honestly, guys, probably the biggest difference that I noticed initially, like when I was first testing, is the Chrome extension. So I'm looking right here at Amazon and I have the Helium10 Chrome extension installed and I still have, the Jungle Scout one here. But the Helium10 extension gives you a whole bunch more crazy features here. Like one that's really cool is like, if I just go here into the search bar and click into the search bar and type in a keyword, it will give me all of the Amazon suggestion keywords that normally pop up when you start typing, but it will also give me all the data, search volume. It will give me keywords after the word towels and search volume, keywords before and search volume. So I can just quickly see search volume, other potential keywords that maybe people are typing in. So like if I was going to Amazon and wanted to say, hey, I'm thinking about selling towels, let me go figure out, what kind of towels I want to sell, and you go type towels on Amazon, you can actually see right here, actually maybe bath towels or face towels or hand towels or Clean Skin Club face towels, right? All these different keywords here. Then just simply in the search results, right here at the top, you've got the page 1 keyword niche summary for towels, and you've got all this data right there. Then you've got all the data underneath each individual listing. One of the coolest features I do like about Helium is they'll show you easily which country the seller is from. So I can see all these flags above the listing. So I can see if they're an American seller or a Chinese seller. I happen to be on towels and a lot of them are American, but here you can see, okay, Chinese seller. So you can really quickly see like, hey, is this brand an American brand or is that a Chinese brand? So you can very easily see that. Then you can load sales data within the Helium extension as well. Like when you click here to load it, depending on what page you're on, you'll get different tools. So some of the tools are grayed out. If you're at the product listing level, those tools will become available. In the search results, I can do X-ray or X-ray keywords, but just simply looking at X-ray, which is very, very similar to the standard, Jungle Scout Chrome extension, I'm getting a lot more data. I mean, they're already loading for me 74 ASINs. They're quickly identifying sponsor products, sponsor brand ads, but I want to show you something that I think is really cool that Helium does that I don't think Jungle Scout is doing super great right now. Let me actually show the Jungle Scout Chrome extension really quickly. This is something that is very important to know about products. But again, unless you like dive into the web app tool and really start to look at historical data, you can't see it very easily. So right here in the extension, I'm on the Jungle Scout one. I can see monthly units sold, daily units sold, monthly revenue, all that kind of stuff, but I can't really see historical data super easily here. Like I can't really see, okay, like how is that from today? Is that out of yesterday? But very quickly and easily in the Helium X-ray, if I do X-ray right here, look right here, right next to sales. If you guys, again, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see this. If you're listening, it's in the X-ray tool. You can see this little charts. This chart, like if I click on a random one of these, Utopia Towels, it will show me sales. It will show me sales, a 7-day moving average trend line. I can change this to 90 days. I can change this to 1 year. I can change it all time. I can check the bestseller rank. How are they ranking over time? I can look at review count. I can look at all sorts of stuff historically for any of these listings. So over here next to BSR, I can also, again, click, if it has this little chart icon, I can click it and I can see historical data. That's pulling up that same bestseller rank chart. So I can say, okay, they started, like, let's go 1 year on this one. Like, is their ranking improving or is it getting worse? Is it kind of the same? So I thought that was a super cool feature that they had. But again, this is just kind of, again, overall comparisons here, kind of the two programs. I'm going to be doing some more tutorials specifically for you guys, obviously to help you guys learn how to use this tool as well as we continue to, build our brands and sell great products. But something that I do want to point out to you guys, if you are interested in getting Helium10, like maybe you've been like me, honestly, where for a long time, maybe you've been using Jungle Scout because again, it's a better price. I totally get that. And maybe you're comfortable with it, you know how to use it really well, which is kind of my situation too. But you've kind of in the back of your mind been thinking like, man, maybe I should switch to Helium. A lot of people are talking about it. It does look like it has some better features. If you've been thinking about making that switch, send me an email. You can send me an email, me@andyisom.com, and I can get you guys a special 40% off discount link. It's gonna be for 4 months, I believe, but that's gonna give you some really awesome savings. So email me if you want that. Otherwise, guys, I'll put a direct link right in the description for you guys where you can save. I think you can save 20% off if you get a 6-month plan or 10% if you get like a 3-month plan, something like that. So again, you'll definitely get some savings. So that should knock that price down closer to, $79 a month instead of $99, which is the standard price. So it'll get you a little bit more on pace for what, the Jungle Scout monthly payment plan is. Like, let's be honest, guys, it is a learning curve. Like there is definitely going to be a learning curve with learning a new tool like this. If you guys are switching or if you're brand new to getting your businesses started, that's probably going to be the best move is just to start from the get-go because then you won't have to try to learn a different tool later on. But yeah, hit the link in the description. That's my affiliate link so I can get you guys that discount. But if you want an even better discount, if you're really serious about making this swap, email me or you can message me. You can DM me at AMZ with Andy Isom over on Instagram and I can get you the information as well. I kind of feel like Tom Brady. I did some calls with the team over at Helium10. I was like, this feels crazy to me. Like, I feel like Tom Brady at the end of his career was like, he was with the New England Patriots for so long, then he finally left. Obviously, we know the story, went to Tampa Bay, won a Super Bowl there. And that's kind of my goal. My goal is like, I'm trying not to sound too dramatic. I'm making this probably more dramatic than it needs to be, but I'm making a big change, honestly, personally. Like a lot of my content moving forward, I got to kind of change my lingo because if this is the tool that I'm going to be using, obviously I want to help you guys be able to make the most of it as well. So I'm going to be dedicating, my time and energy to learning how to use this tool, helping our students, helping our clients use this tool. It's going to be a change and adjustment, but hopefully, like Tom Brady, we can find a way to win a Super Bowl in this second stage of, our career. Again, guys, if you are still interested in using Jungle Scout, you absolutely can. Again, there's no love lost with Jungle Scout. It's a great tool for the price. They've got the features there. And there are still a few features there in Jungle Scout that are not in Helium. That supplier database tool is really cool. So, having both is definitely nice. So I'll also throw in there, guys, the affiliate link for Jungle Scout. So you guys can get Jungle Scout. Keep using that, obviously, if that's going to be the best tool for you. And I've got tons of resources to help you guys with? Jungle Scout. So if you want to use Jungle Scout, absolutely go for it. I support you. But as for me, I'm going to probably be sticking pretty exclusively to Helium moving forward. Again, just because I feel like in order to get an edge on the competition, we got to make sure we have the best tools at our disposal. Guys, I was not paid by Helium to make this podcast. I was not, given any special incentive to make this podcast other than the fact that, I now have an affiliate link for you guys if you are interested in Helium, but that's no different than all the other, affiliate links I have from all the other companies that we work with and partner with. So hopefully guys, moving forward, for those of you who are already part of the Helium family, let me know your best practices, your tips, your tricks, your tools, your favorite things that you use it for. I hope this is going to be a good change moving forward, especially again for our students, for our clients, to help you guys get, the best possible data research and findings that you need to run your businesses effectively. Guys, if you have any questions for me, like I said, feel free to hit me up. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. Instagram is probably the best way to reach me from a messaging perspective, right? At AMZ with Andy Isom. But guys, once again, I'm Andy. You're listening to Selling on Amazon with Andy Isom. We'll see you in the next episode.